And a good evening and welcome to the Alumni Fieldhouse here at Woodstock Academy as the Centaurs play host to the Wolverines of Griswold Friday night high school basketball. Mark Allard and Greg Smith along with you here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. Yes, it is the final game of the regular season for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. What does that mean?
Senior night.
Senior night. Greg Smith, you got $100 million for answering that question correct, okay?
I don't need it. I work at Woodstock Academy. We are out.
We just, no, we're not. We just had a little bump of a basketball.
Nothing yet.
We'll be fine. 1 second here. We will work it out here as no, it's nothing to do with that.
It hit right here, though.
It did it? Okay. Well, there we go. We had a little bit of a disconnection with the basketball hitting our equipment. That does happen every now and again.
And I don't need $100 million. I work at Woodstock Academy.
That's right.
That's like winning the lottery.
7-1 Woodstock Academy taking on the 5-3 Griswold Wolverines here on senior night. Eastern Connecticut Conference North Region title is Woodstock Academy's if they beat Griswold tonight.
And they're going to go against a very, very tough Griswold team. What Coach Rob Molesky has always been good at, even back when he was here, is getting his teams to play rough, getting them to play physical, and absolutely getting after it on every single possession.
No question about that. You could call this, if you wanted to use a new nickname for the Griswold Wolverines, it would be Tyler Green and the Young'uns.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, I don't know anything about bands, but that sounds like a great band name, right? Tyler
senior,
Green and the Young'uns.
One senior, no juniors,
right?
A whole bunch of sophomores.
Everybody else is a sophomore.
Right.
So we'll call him Tyler Green and the Young'uns tonight, and because it has been that way, it's a learning experience for these guys. They lost a lot from a year ago when they finished with a 15-7 record. They were second in Division III in the Eastern Connecticut Conference, but players like Andrew Koziel gone, Chris Roddy, C.J. Matson, Farrell Curtis, you may remember that name.
Absolutely.
Michael Sims, and an injury to Anthony Franklin on top of it, who is going to be one of the key players coming back. Makes for a difficult life.
Yes, it does. But Coach Molesky he prepares his players to be ready for when the spotlight shines on them.
No question.
And, when you get triplets to play from out of that sophomore class, two of them are starting, you have some riches on the bench.
Woodstock Academy, of course, Rob Molesky, the former head coach of Woodstock Academy on top of that. So he knows this floor a little bit pretty well, let's put it that way. He also came in and said, you know what? This is really bright in here this year. So I think he saw the new lights that have been installed here at Woodstock Academy. It is nice. There's no question. It's very bright. And I'll put it this way. The Centaurs can have a very bright night as well with a win here, because not only would they win the North Region title, the regular season, but they would also have home court advantage for the entire postseason experience for the Eastern Connecticut Conference North Region.
And that will just be a regional tournament. Is that correct?
Correct. It'll only be the region that we are playing in, which is the Plainfield, Killingly, Griswold, etc., and so on. It is not the entire ECC. We have senior night celebration coming up, and we'll be back for that here at the Alumni Fieldhouse in just a moment.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse here at Woodstock Academy. The Wolverines of Griswold and the Woodstock Academy Centaurs getting ready to play a Friday night basketball contest final regular season game. Hard to believe to say, but true. Centaurs only playing 9 games this year because of a cancellation by the Wheeler Lions. So therefore, the Wolverines will play 10. The Centaurs will only play 9, but they will have the postseason experience, which will be at least something to hang their hat on, if you know what I'm saying.
And especially in a year when we didn't think we were going to play. We didn't think these guys were going to get to see the floor. Yet here they are on a beautiful March night, and they're going to get to play senior night.
And they're going to stop the clock now for a little bit. We're going to have our senior night festivities, and we're going to turn it over to the most valuable man in the Woodstock Academy Athletic Department, Mr. Trent Peters. Well, we would have been, but we're waiting a little bit for clear the floor here, as the saying goes. As the Wolverines clear out and the Centaurs go to their bench for the senior night festivities.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining virtually in the Alumni Fieldhouse on the campus of Woodstock Academy for this year's Senior Day game featuring Griswold High School. Each year, we honor the seniors that have dedicated many hours of hard work to our Woodstock Academy basketball program. At this time, I will call each senior one at a time onto the court, and I will briefly talk about their tenure at Woodstock. First, I would like to recognize the lone senior on the Griswold roster, number 44, Tyler Green. We thank you for your years of competitive battles and excellent sportsmanship throughout the process. On behalf of Woodstock Academy and the boys basketball program, we wish you the best of luck moving forward in all that you plan to pursue. Thank you. And now for the 7 Woodstock Academy seniors. First up, number 3, Jacob Hernandez. Number 5, Logan Talbot. Number 12, Andrew Johnson. Number 20, Liam Blanchflower. Number 24, Daimler Alexjux. Number 25, Richie Hickson. And number 32, Dmitry Zinchenko. Thank you, seniors, for all that you have done and continue to do for the Woodstock community. On behalf of Sean Saucier, the basketball staff, and Woodstock Academy, we truly wish you the best of luck moving forward in all of your academic and athletic endeavors. Thank you. At this time, we will warm up for another 5 minutes and then do national anthem and intros. Thank you.
And there's our senior night with Mr. Trent Peters, as he does. Always a fantastic job, no question about that. Got a little bit of time left to go. We had a chance to talk to the head coach of the Centaurs, Marty Hart. We'll be back with him in just a moment.
This Lenten season, give up that so-called fish in your freezer. Instead, come to Grill 37 and enjoy fresh, hand-battered fish and chips. Join us every Friday evening from 4 to 6 from February 19th through the month of March for our Friday Fish and Chip Special. For only $12.99, you'll enjoy an amazing plate of wild-caught cod with fries, homemade coleslaw, and tartar sauce. Reserve your table today by calling Grill 37 at 860-315-5640 or enjoy at home by ordering to go. Check us out at grill37.com.
Welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. Woodstock Academy taking Griswold on this fine evening. I'm not going to lie. We pre-taped these, obviously, and we can actually stand outside and do it with the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, Marty Hart. What a beautiful day we've got here.
Yeah, it's a great day for basketball, and March Madness is upon us, and it's nice to be playing when the sun's up.
Yeah, that's true. Next week it's going to be 7 o'clock before it even starts to go down, so it's kind of nice. Things are getting better, but I don't know how much better they can get for your program. 7-1 coming into this ball game tonight. You win, you're the ECC North Region champions, and the #1 seed in the tournament. That's a lot to play for.
It is. That's super important for our guys to be able to play at home in the friendly confines of Alumni Fieldhouse, to not have to get back on a bus and travel elsewhere is certainly a big prize to play for, and hopefully we'll be fired up and ready to go.
Well, I was going to say, and we talked about that at the end of last game. How do you prepare these guys for something like this? Because there is a lot of distractions, a lot of things to play for here. The nerves can be there, maybe even a little butterflies. Were they looking good yesterday?
They were. I think we've ramped up the intensity as the season has progressed. Especially they're getting in better shape. They're getting more connected. They're getting more connected on defense and communicating better. And the leadership's really shining through. We got a special group of seniors, and I think they're going to lead the intensity tonight.
And I'm glad you mentioned them, because that was my next question. You say goodbye to 7 of them tonight.
Yeah, 7 guys, and they're really, cornerstones of the program. Guys that were here when I started, they were freshmen when I came in. So it's nice to see that consistency build through. And really a common thread is intensity and work ethic and just high character guys. So thrilled to have them. Glad to have them part of the Woodstock basketball family. Thank you to their family and friends for sharing them with us. We've had a lot of fun, and they're terrific guys.
And on the other side, it's kind of odd. There's only one senior, Tyler Green, and everybody else is a sophomore on Griswold's side.
Right, they're young, but they've had a season under Molesky, and they're experienced now. We're facing them late in the year. It would have been nice to see them sooner, but we'll be ready for them. We know they're well coached, and they've gained a lot of experience this year, and they're going to be a tough matchup for us.
If anything, they're well known for their defense, and in fact, last year, although they had a lot of different players, they held you guys to 42 points. Woodstock Academy, of course, still won. But by the same token, do you expect that same kind of tight defense from Griswold tonight?
We do, and they're the type of program that we emulate too. We like that work ethic. Grab your lunch pail, your hard hat, and get to work, and they do it very well. We hope to do it well too, and hopefully with a little bit more size and speed and a little bit more experience. So we both have the same keys. We just hope to be able to execute them a little bit better.
Well, you say size and speed, and that certainly played against Plainfield the other night. You got the rebounds, you got the outlet pass, you got on the board quick, and you got out early, and you were up by 15 at half, I think it was, and things was pretty easy. Do you hope the same thing could be repeated tonight?
I hope many of the same things can be repeated tonight. The one change as a coach, there's always something you want to change, and that's the turnovers. We got to value the ball. We kind of went for the long pass a little too often and fell in love with it. And we want to make sure that we take it when it's there, but we also value each possession. And I think when we have ball movement, location on defense, great rebounding, and tenacity, we're in great shape, and that's what I expect tonight.
Woodstock Academy coach Marty Hart, good luck tonight against the Griswold Wolverines. The tip is next.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference and the Connecticut Association of Athletic Directors.
And it's time for our starting lineup. Speaking of athletic directors, Woodstock Academy Athletic Director Sean Saucier.
Good evening once again to our broadcast audience, and welcome to tonight's Eastern Connecticut Conference boys basketball matchup featuring the Wolverines from Griswold High School and your hometown Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Let's meet the starting lineups for this evening's game. First, the visitors from Griswold. A sophomore guard, number 1, Lucas Strain. A sophomore guard, number 2, Jacob Strain. A sophomore guard, number 10, Gavin D'Amico. A sophomore guard, number 11, Evan Merchant. and a senior center, number 44, Tyler Green. The Wolverines are coached by Mr. Rob Molesky. And now, the starting lineups for your Centaurs. A senior guard, number 3, Jacob Hernandez. A senior guard, number 5, Logan Talbot. A senior forward, number 12, Andrew Johnson. A senior center, number 20, Liam Blanchflower. And a senior forward, number 32, Dmitry Zinchenko. The Centaurs are coached by Mr. Marty Hart. At this time, I ask that you please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
And now we're set for some basketball as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs 7-1 on the season, taking on the 5-3 Griswold Wolverines. Woodstock Academy 62.8 points per game. Offensively, they give up only 45.2. Well, Griswold 49.2 offensively, 46.6 on the defensive side. Woodstock Academy 43.9% from the floor, 30% from three-point line, 77.4% from the free throw line.
That's insane.
It is.
And they're even better than that now in the stretch run. We saw a game against Killingly, 16 for 18 from the line.
Yeah, that was
amazing.
Monday. Third game of the week. We're having fun. I don't know about we've been here almost every day.
You know exactly about me, because why do we have to leave here before 9 so I can go home and watch UConn?
Well, we might get you there. We might get you there. Liam Blanchflower against Tyler Green in the center circle. We are set to go and underway. Woodstock Academy coming out in the white uniforms with the blue and gold trim. Logan Talbot takes it down against Griswold in the green and the white. Where's the comment?
They're playing, I hate green. They're playing, looks like a triangle in 2.
Might be, as they go down into the base, and a blocking call going against, I think it'll be number 10, Gavin D'Amico, and that'll be the first on the 5'11 sophomore guard. And they looked something into the low post. Johnson will take it out for the Centaurs, gets it into Logan Talbot. He's working against Lucas Strain. They work it up on top. Jacob Hernandez just outside the logo over on that right side. Hernandez high above his head. Lucas Strain comes out to get him. They give it over to Dmitry Zinchenko against Tyler Green. Steps back outside the elbow. On the elbow is Johnson. Works to the left side. Kicks it out to the right to Hernandez. Back out Johnson for 3. No! Backside rim. Rebound comes down to Evan Merchant. And the Wolverines going the other way. Give it over to D'Amico. Back out to Merchant. Left side, Lucas Strain. Now over to Jacob Strain. Back over to Lucas. We'll call it Lucas and Jacob. What do you think?
I just say Strain, but that's me.
There's too many of them, though. There's
Right.
3 of them on this team. They are our triplets. They're all, and let me put it this way: they're also very good cross-country runners. Okay, pretty good state-level cross-country runners. D'Amico over to Jacob Strain, left side. Right side is Merchant once again. Drives in on Hernandez. Puts up a prayer. It was not answered, but Green came down with a loose ball. Over to Jacob Strain. This is
The reason
D'Amico.
for my displeasure was you can't give up offensive rebounds when you're taller at every position.
Green lost it off his hands, out of bounds. He'll go back over to Woodstock Academy.
Woodstock has a severe height advantage here, and they must take advantage of it. One shot and done on the offensive end last time down, and they gave up an offensive rebound. They're going to have to get on the boards tonight.
Liam Blanchflower with the basketball. Over on the right side is Johnson from the free throw line. His jumper is good. First basket of the night for anybody, and a 2-0 Woodstock Academy lead.
And we've seen Andrew Johnson's game mature and improve practically every time he takes the floor.
Averaging 9.4 points per game, or 7.4 points per game, I should say, for the Centaurs. And that's not a foul underneath. Is that on Hernandez?
Hernandez, his first, team's first.
Well, it's tough. It was a little bit of a mismatch.
He came down. He doubled down to help. Blanchflower had the primary defense. Hernandez came down to double and got a piece of the arm.
And I, again, made that word. It was 9.4. My 7s and my 9s look alike. You know, that sometimes you got to curl that 9 around, and I thought I saw a 7. But no, it's a 9.
If I can read my handwriting, I can read anyone's.
9.4 points per game for Johnson. And Green at the free throw line misses the first. 6'4" senior for Rob Molesky's Griswold crew. One more attempt here. And Green puts the first point on the board for the Wolverines. From the charity stripe, a 2-1 lead for Woodstock Academy. Hernandez kind of lost the handle on it, got it back. He's against Lucas Strain. Over to the left side, back to the right. Johnson, right side is Talbot. Talbot scored 30 points against Plainfield the other night. Low post, Blanchflower back out to Talbot, gets free. Cross court, Hernandez from 3. No, a little hard to the back. Out of bounds, off of Griswold. As it was last touch, they say, by Gavin D'Amico.
And Molesky's running something called 52, and that is a switching zone defense.
Now, how would you know that? How long did you coach with him for?
12 years.
Talbot from 3. No, a little hit the backside rim again, out of bounds, back to Woodstock Academy. So not exactly the hot start that we saw Griswold have, or Woodstock Academy have against Plainfield the other night.
No, and Griswold will do that to you with the switching defenses.
Centaurs hit over 60% in the first quarter and scored 18 points. Right now we're stuck on 2 with 5:21 left here in the first quarter. This is Jacob Strain from 3 for Griswold. Kind of hit the side of the backboard, picked up by Talbot. Up ahead to Johnson. Johnson brings it down the right side. Bounce pass, Zinchenko goes baseline, jumper, good. First basket for Dimitri, 11 points per game for him.
That wasn't a transition basket, but it was.
It was close. This is Lucas Strain, lost the handle. Talbot is on him. Knocked away by Hernandez briefly. Merchant got it back, and a foul. Or was it an out of bounds?
No,
timeout. Timeout called by Rob Molesky over there on the other side. 4:51 to go here in the first quarter. 4-1 Centaurs over the Wolverines.
My junior year, I took engineering and architecture, and I discovered an interest that I didn't know was there.
I feel comfortable trying new things here at Woodstock Academy because of all the opportunities my teachers have given me.
At the Woodstock Academy, students are empowered to explore their interests and discover new possibilities. We offer over 230 courses taught by highly qualified faculty, along with numerous activities, distinguished fine arts program, and competitive athletics. Learn more at woodstockacademy.org/future centaurs.
See you there.
See you there.
And we know our officials now, right?
Yes, we do.
Andrew Brum and Josh Johnson, our officials tonight. A 4-1 lead for Woodstock Academy over Griswold, just underway. Well, almost halfway through the first quarter, I guess. Right. Seems like less time than that.
And Daimler Alexjiks and Richie Hickson have checked into the game, the last 2 seniors.
Completes the senior night. You would like to start all your seniors, but you can't play 7 on 5.
Right. Well,
that's the problem. Lucas Strain with the basketball against Richie Hickson. Goes to his left, looking over at his brother, Jacob Strain, who comes all the way out to the wing. Now back over to Lucas on the right. 3-pointer is up and well long. Put up there by D'Amico. And missed that whole basket over there, the whole cylinder. With it is Johnson baseline, tosses it along the baseline, back out to Hickson. He can take those threes. He's had a couple already this season. This is Logan Talbot with the basketball now, going baseline, tried to get it, gets it inside to Alex Jukes, back outside to Hickson, misses the 3. Alex Jukes fighting for the rebound, out it goes, and it goes the other way. Well, Richie Hickson has 2 3-pointers this season in 6 attempts, 2 out of 7 now after he missed that one. So,
well, Strain better be ready. Oh, Talbot's coming up on Strain. I think they were running a 1-3-1.
Yep,
with
here we go
Hickson
again.
on the wing.
Yep.
And
They're
we saw this
stuck in the backcourt. This is Merchant now with a basketball. Merchant over cross court to Green. He sends it across court. Missed again. Missed everything by Merchant. Back out. Turnover to Tamiko, I should say. Misses off the side of the rim, out of bounds. Back over to the Centaurs. But they are getting some offensive rebounds here. Griswold is.
mass break.
Yep. Mass break called for. We'll take one as well. 3:55 left to go here in the first quarter.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
So the ECC tournament experience begins next week, play-in games on Wednesday. Quarterfinal games, if everything goes according to plan, I do believe will be on Friday, and if that's the case, we'll be right back here next Friday. That'll be our next broadcast, would be on Friday night, as the Centaurs will play host to whoever would be number 8. Because there is a play-in game as well, so it could be, I think it's the Turtle Lot Lyman Wheeler scenario that could come out of that. And then, of course, if they win there, be back here on, I think it would be Wednesday for a semifinal and then Friday for a championship. So you get yourself all the way through on your home floor. That's a big advantage.
Yes, it is. And it's a good thing I don't have a life.
No, well, what life?
Right.
You don't want a life with me around, do you? 4-1 in favor of the Centaurs over the Wolverines. 3:48 left here in the first quarter. Johnson at the elbow. Cho steps in, takes a jumper, and puts it down.
That's bad news for Rob Molesky. Andrew Johnson gets hot. It could be a problem.
Couple of baskets already for the senior.
Reach.
This is Jacob Strain trying to go in on Andrew Johnson. Back out to Lucas Strain. Lucas trying to go baseline. His runner with the right hand goes down. 6-3. Now remember, there's a little bit of problems here too, because you don't have your regular starting lineup out there. You're dealing with some players who are not in the starting lineup. Johnson went too deep on that time, touched the baseline, come out the other way. So you lose a little bit of that cohesion, if you will, on senior night.
Parker Anderson and Ethan Davis, usual starters for Woodstock. They're over on the sideline right now getting ready. So it won't be too much longer before we see them.
So you'll have that cohesive 5 back into the ball game. This is Kyle Rude with the basketball. Tried to get over to Jacob Strain, went off of his back. Alex Chooks on the loose ball to Zinchenko, up ahead to Talbot. Zinchenko got the rebound. Nice follow, puts it down. A couple of baskets for Dimitri tonight. 8-3 lead for the Centaurs. That was Talbot almost lost the handle, got it back, found himself too deep underneath, but a nice follow by Zinchenko.
Absolutely. That's what you tell your players. Always go to the hole.
Lucas Strain dribbling around up top.
That's
what
over Hickson
Evan
can
Merchant.
do.
Yeah, Hickson got in his way. Now we got a trap. There should be a 5. That was like a 15. Merchant throws it away, but is picked up by Strain. Bounce pass right under the leg of Zinchenko. Out of bounds, last touch by Johnson.
And what I'm liking, Mark, is Woodstock Academy is all fired up about playing defense. And that is exciting.
Anderson, Davis, and Blanchflower into the game now. Johnson will take a rest, as do Hickson and Alex Chooks. They got 4 of the normal 5 starters in there. Blanchflower is the number 6 player off the bench anyway. And here comes Lucas Strain to take it out for the Wolverines, trailing by 5, 2:24 left to go here in this first quarter of play. Lucas Strain will bring it outside. Lucas in the logo as Woodstock Academy retreats. Man, it looks like here right now. Parker Anderson on Jacob Strain into the corner. Jumper from 3, well short for Evan Merchant. They have not figured out those corners yet. That ball went out of bounds on the baseline, so go back over to the Wolverines.
Well,
Griswold has not figured out the range yet on those corners.
And we heard Coach Hart say that he was kind of disappointed against Killingly that the bench was quiet. Well, the bench isn't quiet tonight.
No.
It's loud in here.
Jumper is up by Jacob Strain, and he gets a 3-pointer to fall. So the Wolverines pull back within 2 on that. 8-6 in favor of the Centaurs. Dmitry
One more.
Zinchenko drives around, puts up, and it was blocked by the underside of the basket.
Yep.
Came back in. Unfortunate. He was the first man to touch it as he came back in. Turnover against the Centaurs.
You have to establish yourself
Yes.
inbounds to receive a pass.
Christian Russell into the game for the Wolverines. Tyler Green goes to the bench. And Lucas Strain will bring the basketball up. The quarterback of this club, Jacob Strain, now with it. Over on the left side, popping out, Evan Merchant. Everybody's a 5'11 sophomore guard for the most part on this team. I don't even have to describe it because it's basically everybody. This is Russell. Well, he's a 6'2 sophomore forward. That's one of the few that do not follow that 5'10, 5'11 kind of trademark.
The illegal screen, unbelievable.
Anderson went down hard. Jumper from 3 for Jacob Strain, no good. Rebound back up Russell, no good. Rebound, Zinchenko can't control it. Talbot does. Anderson still trying to shake it off. Talbot down the floor, and a timeout call by Marty Hart, who's, I think, a little bit hot here, too. He's talking to Anderson as well. Anderson got hit hard and went down on the right arm, right?
No, it's
was
his
the
thigh.
shoulder or thigh?
He got a dead leg.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
Yep.
Yep, you can
in
tell
his
now,
thigh.
yep. So it might have been a knee to the thigh,
Yes,
is what I'm
it
thinking.
was definitely a knee to the thigh.
Well, I was watching somewhere else, and glad you were watching that part of the play. I'd like to thank our sponsors here on our broadcast, Grill 37 Restaurant, 37 Putnam Road in Pomfret Center, and O'Brien Financial Advisors, Pat O'Brien, and his great crew over there at O'Brien Financial Advisors, and a man who also sits on the board here.
Yes, he does.
As a 1,000-point scorer, one of the few.
And he was a great teammate back then, and he's got a great team working with him now.
No question about that. Ian Farquhar, of course, another alum over at Grill 37 Restaurant. And hopefully things are getting better in the restaurant industry, especially now with some more stimulus money may not hurt.
I hope it trickles down to all the
local
restaurants.
establishments, yes. And it's supposed to be local establishments in this one. So
here's hoping.
Yeah, we would hope that would be the case.
And Blanchflower checked in for Parker Anderson.
With the basketball is Andrew Johnson to Ethan Davis. Bounce pass along that baseline to Blanchflower. Spin move inside. Got too deep, but he's fouled. Got him on the elbow, they say, and that foul will go against Jacob Strain. I think that is his first
Team
on the
second.
sophomore.
And it'll put Liam Blanchflower on the line for 2.
Liam Blanchflower, 4 for 5 from the free throw line this year. 5 for 6. There's very few you can pick out. If you're an opposing coach trying to find someone to foul, good luck. There's very few choices that you have. And he hits them both for the Centaurs to put them up 10-6. Green again. We'll take a little rest. Checking into the game this time is Michael Strain. Do we have all 3 Strains out there? We have 3 strains of Strain, right? This is Jacob Strain to Lucas Strain. So Jacob to Lucas to Michael. That's what we got out there. And a D'Amico and a Merchant mixed in. Lucas Strain. Merchant well outside. 35 seconds on the clock. Evan Merchant stands way outside. So does Lucas, looking inside, just trying to run clock down, it looks like, for the last shot here.
10-6 is a win for Griswold.
Oh, absolutely. I think this is a really good score for them. The lower they can keep the score, the better off they are. Evan Merchant back into the logo now, under 10 seconds, looking for a pick. He goes to the right side, gives it up to Jacob Strain. Cross-court Lucas Strain goes around Johnson from 3, off balance, no good. Not the shot that they wanted to find developed anyway. And the Centaurs will go to the bench at the end of 1 with a 10-6 lead over the Griswold Wolverines.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Connecticut. In almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference and the Connecticut Association of Athletic Directors, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. 10-6 in favor of Woodstock Academy after the first quarter here.
And that's a win for Coach Rob Molesky and the Griswold Wolverines. They're within 2 possessions.
Well, it was 42-35 a year ago, so when Molesky comes in here, he wants to keep the score at a minimum.
Always does. That's his M.O.
For Mo?
Yeah, exactly.
Tyler Green, Mo happens to be his nickname. This is Lucas Strain with the basketball. With the right-hand dribble over to the right side. Merchant back over to Lucas Strain. Left side is D'Amico. Logan Talbot comes out to pick him up. They're going to be content to throw it around the perimeter and hope for something developing inside. Green watches it go out of bounds. Last touched, I think, by Blanchflower.
Stays, yep.
So it'll be Griswold basketball.
Great help defense out there by Woodstock. Blanchflower had perfect body position over the bigger Green, and Talbot came in to double down.
On the weak side, absolutely. Lucas Strain gets it in. D'Amico almost lost the handle on that one. Over to Jacob Strain. This is Merchant. Lucas Strain in the other corner and off the front side of the rim. Green on the rebound. They've been doing that a lot. Baseline move. Green can't get it to fall. Rebound comes down to Ethan Davis. Up ahead quickly to Jacob Hernandez, who's back into the ball game. Ethan Davis, by the way, 8.5 rebounds a game. Leader on this team. Johnson with the basketball. Goes into the lane. Underhand. No good, but a foul might be on Green. I think he was the only man in the lane. Nope, he wasn't. It was out front more, so the foul will go on Merchant. That'll be his first.
The third on the team, excuse me.
Yeah, and to the free throw line, Andrew Johnson. He actually missed one the other night, by the way. He's 21 for 30, 70% on the season. Johnson's first free throw is up and no. Whoops, okay. Little jinx.
Don't believe in jinxes. Tonight I brought Rob Molesky a York peppermint patty and a Diet Pepsi because he had to have one before every game. He's that superstitious.
How long did you coach with him for again?
12 years.
12 years. A dozen years the two of you were together. And Johnson hits 1 out of 2. 11-6 in favor of the Centaurs. Jacob Strain on the left side. Johnson is on him. Merchant's on the right.
Nice to see Parker Anderson back in the game.
Yep.
Showing no ill effects.
Lucas Strain looks to drive the lane, puts it up from just inside the elbow. Zinchenko on the rebound, went down to the floor and traveled. I don't think it was a travel. I don't think he had gone down.
I think
quick
he got
enough.
fouled.
And you think he got fouled?
I think Strain reached over the top.
I thought
That's
he got
how
it
he got on the ground.
I thought he got rid of it enough before he traveled, though.
Well, if you go to the floor.
But he wasn't really on the floor when he threw it, in my book. I mean, maybe. They knocked that one in the air. Johnson does on the inbounds. It's knocked out of bounds, and it was last touched by Griswold back over to Woodstock Academy.
No. I thought the trail ref was going to overrule, but he did not.
He did not. Jacob Hernandez will bring it down the floor for the Centaurs. 11-6 in favor of Woodstock Academy. Hernandez against Jacob Strain. Back over to Johnson. Johnson running on Jacob. Back out to Ethan Davis. Davis in that low post gives it over to Parker Anderson. Back out Hernandez. Hernandez left and then right. Still trying to find some. He threw it right to Johnson. He thought Johnson was going to be there. It was only Griswold. This is Merchant on the run. No good. Tapped back up by Green.
Nice. Nice basket by Tyler Green. That's why your big men have to go to the hole.
11-8, back to a 3-point lead and back out by the half-court line. Hernandez finds himself in a world of hurt. Over to Zinchenko. This is Parker Anderson. Anderson goes to Ethan Davis. Davis at the free throw line. Johnson goes to his left, puts up the runner. No, and a foul up top. I was waiting for that one. That foul will go on Tyler Green. His first.
But Johnson got grabbed going through the lane, and there was no whistle. And I'm thinking, wait, there has to be.
There has to be a whistle there. I think one official was waiting for the other official. Or the other thing is the advantage. Remember that if he would have made that basket.
Foul's a foul.
Johnson at the free throw line puts it up and down. one more attempt here. Michael Strain back into the game, replaces Merchant for the Wolverines. Johnson back to the free throw line.
And Logan Talbot got a couple minutes rest, and he's back in.
Johnson up and no good. A little hard, and he gets his own rebound. This is Logan Talbot from three. He got it! Logan Talbot. He's got to get off the mark tonight. He's a little slow here so far.
But remember how quick he heats up, Mark.
He can.
30 points last time out.
Averaging 17 points a game. That was his 13th three-pointer of the season. Michael Strain with the basketball. Kind of he was looking for Kyle Rude, who was going inside. He hit it off the backside of a Woodstock player. Turnover into the lane is Talbot, and he gets called for the travel, which you can tell by his exclamation Greg Smith did not agree with. I couldn't tell that you didn't agree. I mean, Lucas Strain.
Referees are intelligent and necessary, and I don't disagree with them.
Over on the left side is Jacob Strain. Jacob going towards the baseline. Ethan Davis all over him. It's knocked away out front by Anderson. Tips it ahead, tried to get it to himself. Merchant, however, was between him and the basketball. Here's Lucas Strain with it. Johnson comes out, bothering Strain. Nice job by Strain, though, to get rid of it.
Travel.
Baseline move, Green, and a foul underneath. That one will go on Ethan Davis. So Davis, I think, will pick up his first. On the junior. To the free throw line, Tyler Green.
And that's only the team's second. Only 6 fouls called so far in this first half.
Tyler Green's already been at the free throw line once tonight. Twice tonight. Well, he's been in that many times, huh?
Ooh.
Hits the first.
Literally. You usually have to call that.
Yes, you do.
When it goes in off the glass.
That one was thrown hard off the glass and found its way down.
Yeah.
That did not tickle the twine. That tore the twine. How does that sound?
Careful. That thing's made out of glass.
Second one is up and no good for Green. Rebound comes out to Johnson. Johnson brings it down the left side, goes to the lane against Green. Green blocked it. Comes down to Merchant. Merchant up ahead to Russell. Russell left side, Lucas Strain into the corner. Kyle Rude back out to Lucas Strain. Over on that left wing. Strain looks to drive to the baseline, puts up the runner too hard. Green goes up, gets a rebound, but he brought it down into the land of the little people, and Johnson tied him up. And it will be a foul,
He called a foul
on Johnson. That'll be his first.
Team's third.
Green brought it down. I guess they say that Johnson somehow hit Green as he brought it down because he grabbed the ball. And now Green goes to the sideline again, and in comes, for the first time, Tom Matson.
I think Coach Hart just wants Andrew to calm down a little bit. He took it to the hole a little aggressively, didn't get it, and then picked up the foul.
Matson throws it away inside. Ethan Davis on the run. He and Talbot. Davis will take it right to the hole. Layup is good, and a foul on top of it on Lucas Strain. That'll be the first on Strain. Well, in that scenario, and how many times do we say this? If you're going to foul, make sure the guy does not make it to the basket.
Well, what Ethan Davis did that I am so impressed with is he slowed down enough to let Strain catch him, hit him, and made it.
Yeah.
That was heady basketball by Ethan Davis.
7.5 points per game for the junior. And should I say how many he's hit so far from the free throw line, or do I wait?
Go ahead.
14 for 16 on the season. 87%. Make it 15 for 17. They are very good from the free throw line. And a 9-point lead for the Centaurs. Have kind of been creeping it along here. 18-9 in favor of Woodstock Academy. Strain again running. Davis altered that one. Came down with a rebound. Ran into Green. Two of them are tied up. Now is Green called for the foul on this one?
Here's hoping. It should be Strain.
Okay, Green or Strain. It is Strain. Lucas Strain, his second.
And that's not something Coach Molesky wanted to see.
He's going to go to the bench. Evan Merchant will return to the basketball game. And it'll be Centaurs basketball.
You don't want your starting point guard to pick up his second 84 feet from the basket.
Griswold has only 3 points in this whole quarter. This is Anderson from three. No, rebound comes out to Russell. Russell will race it up the floor, left it behind him, picked it up, threw it over to Merchant. Merchant from 3 is good this time. Every time the Centaurs start to pull away, we start to pull away, the Wolverines come back.
Yep.
18-12 in favor of the Centaurs. Blanchflower looked to go baseline. Green alters that trajectory and then alters the shot. Russell on the rebound. Green is a big body in there. He's going to be able to do that. Russell brings it back outside. Almost threw it over the top of D'Amico. Oh, that should have been a travel. Russell with the basketball, right corner, knocked away from Green, and a foul on Davis.
Yep.
That'll be his second. Even though there's a 6-point lead for the Centaurs, the flow certainly not like it was the other night.
No, certainly not. And that's what you want to do if you're Woodstock. You want to go. I think we have a mask break.
We have a mask break.
I'll continue that thought when we come back.
6-point lead for Woodstock Academy.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
18-12 in favor of Woodstock Academy over Griswold on this Friday night. Friday night basketball. Mark Allard and Greg Smith along with you from the Alumni Fieldhouse.
Now, what I was saying before we went to break was at this time of year, you want to win as many different ways as you can. You want to win from the free throw line. You want to win you want to gut it out and play a defensive battle. You want to go up and down against somebody. If this team can win and they have confidence that they can win in many different ways, then they're going to be very difficult to beat as we move on into March.
Into the tournament, yeah, because this is the last regular season game. The only things that remain are the tournament. We actually get a week off from broadcasting until next Friday. So you won't hear from us right away, but then you'll hear from us again for quite a few times in a row is what it looks like. It's not in a row, but a few times in a week. Provided, hey, face it, now it's win and you continue to play after this. And it is only a 3-game postseason max, as there is no state tournament.
But there is a postseason.
But there
is
a postseason. Ball is thrown right into the arms of Parker Anderson. May have been tipped on the inbounds, and now
this
a
guy's
traveling
unbelievable
against Logan Talbot.
He likes his whistle, I guess.
I guess so. That one was kind of a quick one. So it'll be back over to Griswold. I think Molesky's playing offense-defense with Tyler Green or something to that effect. Or just every other time.
He's getting him a lot of rest.
He certainly is. This is D'Amico, or Merchant with the basketball. Goes over to Matson. This is Jacob Strain. D'Amico brings it well outside. Russell with the basketball. Matson. Back over to Merchant. We're going to play outside now for a while.
Yeah, why not?
Play a game of catch.
Why not?
Keep it within 6 points. Keep it low scoring. Frustrate the Centaurs if you can. You know they want to run. You know they want to score. So you do everything in your power to keep it slow.
And you're going to hope that you lull Woodstock to sleep.
And find an open shot inside or something.
Somebody's
really
going to get open.
D'Amico with the bat. Or there's going to be frustration and another foul. That's the other way you can look at it. Jacob Strain out on top against Andrew Johnson.
And there it was. D'Amico was open underneath.
And a 5-second violation.
Call.
Andrew Johnson. Some great D there for Andrew Johnson.
I love the intensity of that kid. Love the intensity.
He certainly showed a little bit of it there as he got the call. So Matson comes out and Green comes in.
And Davis comes back in for Woodstock.
Zinchenko takes a seat over there. Only a 6-point lead, 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
And 1-3-1 for Griswold.
Anderson brings it down against Jacob Strain. Remember, their point guard is on the bench on
Come
top
on.
of it. Knocked away at the top of the key from Johnson. Everybody's on the floor. Who's got the basketball? Tyler Green.
You gotta be kidding not calling that.
Well, he's been calling some that you don't like either way. Jacob Strain with the basketball. Russell back outside. Not going to disagree with you there either. With the basketball, Jacob Strain taking the pass from D'Amico. Bring it way outside. Once again, D'Amico well outside. looks to drive, then kicks it back out to Green. 1:22 to play here in the first half. Merchant with the basketball. Parker Anderson watches him. Russell now gets it. And then a foul as he went, a double foul. A double foul. Johnson and Merchant, I think, is going to be the perpetrators here. Rob Molesky can't believe it either. So we have a double foul.
One on Johnson, that's his second. And one on Jacob Strain, that's his second.
Yep. So, well, he made up for the two he missed by calling two at once.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. 6-point lead for the Centaurs over the Wolverines. Matson comes back in, replacing
with 111. Don't
Tyler
pick
Green.
up your third.
Yeah, Johnson's still out there. Davis, I think, also has two, and he's out there.
Oh, get him. Logan, they're in the 1-3-1.
Yep, Jacob Strain with the basketball over here on the right side, right in front of us. Matson now goes over after Talbot commits to the inside. Matson will bring it over to the left. Fires up a three and puts it down. Wow. And that's going to call a timeout for Marty Hart. We'll take a timeout as well with 49 seconds to go here in the first half. 3-point lead for the Centaurs.
Fresh. That's the thought that goes into everything that Grill 37, 37 Putnam Road in Pomfret serves. Grill 37 takes pride in every step of bringing a delicious meal to your dinner plate. All steaks are certified Angus beef, hand-cut in-house. Grill 37 takes the time to make all of its soups, stocks, sauces, and dressings by hand. Nothing comes from a can, and it's a difference you can taste. It's Grill 37, 37 Putnam Road in Pomfret. Go online to grill37.com or for reservations, call 860-315-5640. Grill 37, just minutes away from the Woodstock Academy and a proud supporter of Centaur Nation.
Not the prettiest game in many people's minds, but there's an exception to that. Rob Molesky, I think, would call this a beautiful game.
And me too. I mean, this is the kind of basketball that I like. If you don't have the talent, you've got to figure out a way to stay with another team. And Griswold does it by switching defense and being gritty and
being patient and frustrating the other team.
Yep. And they have done all of that tonight.
Parker Anderson brings the ball over the timeline. You give credit where credit is due. Johnson with the basketball. Johnson dribbles through the double team, gives it up to Anderson. His three-pointer is on the way. It's no good. Rebound comes down to the Centaurs. Blanchflower kicks it out to Anderson. Anderson bounce pass back into Blanchflower. Back out Johnson. Johnson takes 3 steps inside the arc. Too hard on the jumper. Talbot misses the rebound. Back out to Johnson. Over to Talbot. 19
Davis was
seconds.
lucky. That was a third foul on Davis.
Talbot back out along the timeline, back over to Johnson, right side. Johnson, the left-hand dribble. He's got 10 seconds to play with. Johnson drives in, gets stopped on that, and a travel. And it'll be Griswold basketball with 6 seconds to play and a chance to tie.
Get the guys with 3 out of the game.
Yeah, I would agree
with
you. Johnson and Davis are both out there still. They'll roll it in to Jacob Strain. Russell, actually now it's Merchant right in front of us. 1 second, fires it up there, almost a tie game. It was within, maybe 6 inches of being a tie game because that just hit the side of the rim, almost went down for Merchant. We've played a half of basketball, and it's close. Woodstock Academy 18, Griswold 15.
We saved you a seat. The Woodstock Academy has received a generous gift to replace the seats in our new Center for the Arts on South Campus. We're now selling individual seats to raise money for additional improvements throughout the center, and funds from purchased seats will go directly to this effort. Seats are $200 each and can be purchased in groups, making them a nice option for a family or as gifts. Each seat has the opportunity for custom recognition that will be displayed in the armrest. Seats can be purchased online at www.woodstockacademy.org/save-a-seat. That's www.woodstockacademy.org/save-a-seat. Each gift is tax deductible, and seats can be dedicated as an individual, couple, or family, for your children, grandchildren, or parents, in memory of a loved one, with the name of your business, organization, or community group, or one of many other options. If you have questions, please contact me, John Sturdivant, at 860-928-6575, extension 1211.
And welcome back to Woodstock Academy. Halftime here, 18-15 in favor of the Centaurs, and not by much, though.
Yep.
Griswold's keeping it a little bit closer than I thought most of us thought it would be at this point.
Well, not me, because I know what Rob Molesky does.
You worked with him for 12 years.
And he gets after it, and he figures out a way to keep his team in a game.
Right.
We had teams that we'd play Fitch, we'd play NFA, we'd play New London, and they had so much more talent than us, but we'd stay in the game as long as possible by doing whatever was necessary to get it done.
And, well, let's have a couple announcements since we're at halftime. What do you got for
Very
us?
good. My first one, and I have to do this
Absolutely.
right off the bat. My grandson, Avett Smith, fell down last night and had an injury. He got a cut on his head, and he's got 6 stitches. Poor baby. And my wife just said he's great. He's doing very, very well.
That is great to hear.
And
get well soon.
And he's having ice cream.
Time out. How come I'm not having ice cream?
Because you're working.
Oh, that's why.
After you finish working, we'll get you an ice cream.
Well, thank you.
Sarah Ziedzik, who is at Nationals with Model UN, said every member of her team won an award.
Cool.
So we'll hear about the rest of it tomorrow. We'll hear how the team did tomorrow and Sunday. And you check social media for that, because I have a feeling it's going to be pretty spectacular.
It's going to be pretty special.
Right. And check your email if you're a Woodstock Academy parent or student. We've got 3 weeks of the hybrid schedule coming up from the 15th through the 2nd of April. And that is Blue Monday, Gold Tuesday, e-learning Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then we go to a bridge where we're going to have 2 days of blue and 2 days of gold a week. And then after April break, which is the 19th through the 23rd, we're going to be back 4 days in person, everybody.
Nice.
Yes, it is.
That is nice. We're getting back to, dare I say it, normal.
Yeah. Yep.
Halftime here at the Alumni Fieldhouse, 18-15 in favor of Woodstock Academy.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost 2 is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local Connecticut high school. You know, the place where the games are exciting, concessions are affordable, and the parking is free. Where the emphasis is on hustle and heart instead of hype. If you prefer real, honest-to-goodness sport played for all the right reasons, you'll find it at your hometown high school. High school sports. Games are being played this weekend at a Connecticut high school near you. Okay, everybody, who's in?
This message presented by the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference and the Connecticut Association of Athletic Directors.
My junior year, I took engineering and architecture, and I discovered an interest that I didn't know was there.
I feel comfortable trying new things here at Woodstock Academy because of all the opportunities my teachers have given me.
At the Woodstock Academy, students are empowered to explore their interests and discover new possibilities. We offer over 230 courses taught by highly qualified faculty, along with numerous activities, distinguished fine arts program, and competitive athletics. Learn more at woodstockacademy.org/future centaurs.
See you there.
See you there.
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. By the way, the Woodstock Academy prep basketball team's playing tomorrow. The Gold will be here against Darrow School at noontime. We will be live streaming that on the Woodstock Academy YouTube channel. No live broadcast, but it will be live streamed. The Woodstock Academy Blue team heading out to Bridgeport Prep on Sunday. It is the Woodstock Academy Gold playing at St. George's tomorrow. St. George's from Rhode Island tomorrow. Darrow School at noontime on Sunday, and the Bridgeport Prep team coming here on Sunday at 2 o'clock. Again, we will live stream those games. No live broadcast with that. No play-by-play, but a live stream. How about some halftime stats?
Here we go. for Coach Rob Molesky's, and this won't take long, for Coach Rob Molesky's Griswold Wolverines. Tommy Matson hit a 3 right before the half to conclude the scoring for the first half, so he has 3 points. Evan Merchant also hit a 3. Tyler Green has 3 points. Lucas Strain has 2. Jacob Strain has 3. And that is 15 points for the
Griswold
Wolverines
yes.
of Griswold.
Tyler Green and the Youngins.
Yep. For Woodstock Academy, Logan Talbot has 3. Andrew Johnson has 6. Ethan Davis has 3. Liam Blanchflower has 2. And Dmitry Zinchenko has 4.
And that sets you up for the second half as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs looking to clinch the ECC North Region title, but it's by far a done deal.
No.
It is not a done deal here, and certainly it's not like it was against Plainfield on Wednesday when they enjoyed a 15-point advantage at the break. Now it's just 3, 18-15.
They're going to scratch and claw every minute of this game.
And you'd have to think that it's been, so effective as it has been that they're not going to change that strategy much.
No.
You're only down by 3 points. I mean, you keep it deliberate. You stay within that 3 points. Who knows what happens at the end?
Absolutely, and that's the whole mindset.
Yeah.
You're going to come out and play gritty, tough defense, and to their credit, Woodstock is playing phenomenal defense out there. They're switching, they're helping, they're cheering each other on. They're doing a great job on the defensive end as well.
And by the way, you're only an hour, 8 minutes away from the UConn tip. You're going to be.
Okay.
It's going to be close.
All right.
It's going to be close.
I'll make it.
I know. I got to make a short pregame, postgame, right?
Right.
Woodstock
we'll call
Academy.
up the Garden and ask them to
hold up
it
a little bit. Make sure that first game goes a little bit longer. This is Logan Talbot with the basketball into Ethan Davis. Davis spinning around in that low post in a travel violation. You knew that was coming. Dmitry Zinchenko, I even saw that one, okay? Andrew Johnson and Parker Anderson out there along with Talbot and Johnson. It is Lucas Strain, Gavin D'Amico, I should say, Tyler Green, Evan Merchant, and Jacob Strain out there for the green and white of Griswold. This is Jacob Strain from 3 to tie, front side rim. Rebound comes down to Zinchenko. Hands it off to Anderson. Anderson up ahead quickly to Johnson. Johnson's jumper is no good. Rebound comes down to Griswold, and a foul from behind Andrew Johnson. A little bit too aggressive that time. Picked up his 3rd infraction.
Yeah, that's not what you wanted to see. And again, 80 feet away from the basket.
And the thing about this is, the Centaurs want to press. You can see they want to press. They want to get into transition. But if you don't hit your baskets, you don't hit your shots, you can't get into any pressure. You can't get into that transition game. You can't force tempo, something they just haven't been able to do all game. When they do, they start to pull away, but then they just gradually fight their way back, the Wolverines. Lucas Strain over to D'Amico over here on the left side. Right side is Jacob Strain. Now to Lucas, deeper into the right side. Jumper just inside the arc, missed everything. Davis allows that rebound to go out of bounds and will stay, and will go over to Woodstock Academy, I should say.
Smart by Ethan Davis to not try and catch that.
He was just playing traffic cop on the baseline.
Right, and he's not going to get credit for that rebound, even though he could have gotten it.
It was clearly he was just playing traffic cop. Let's go, let that go out and start anew. Anderson, 3-pointer from Talbot is no good. Rebound, Green tipped it into the arms of Jacob Strain. Strain will race it down the floor. Strain lost control of it. Now he goes baseline against Zinchenko, and the ball was tipped away, picked up there by Hernandez. May have just been lost more than tipped away. Davis to Talbot. Talbot, 3 green jerseys on him. Kicks it back out. Johnson from 3 is no good. Rebound, Davis back up with it. Follow is good.
We got a mass timeout for Hernandez. It's the
mask ripped?
Yeah.
That does happen. That's a mask malfunction.
Right. And how about that grittiness by Davis out there to get that rebound and put it back home?
20-15 in favor of the Centaurs over the Wolverines. And Griswold with the basketball, 6.5 to play. Lucas Strain will bring it over the timeline. Hernandez back out there, complete with a new mask. Over on this left side is Merchant. Brings it around the defense. Anderson follows him along, gives it over to Russell. Left side Strain, high above his head. Over to Green, back over to Lucas Strain. Lucas Strain drives into the lane, no good. Rebound came down to Zinchenko. Over to Anderson. Anderson goes by Lucas Strain to Hernandez. Back outside, Zinchenko. Zinchenko just inside the arc. Jumper, too hard. Rebound.
Oh, look at Hernandez.
Hernandez came flying in to get the rebound. Baseline move. Anderson was knocked away, and it will be a foul. No, it will not be a foul.
It'll be a foul on Hernandez.
It will be.
No foul on the shot.
What?
But that was a foul.
Oh, my gosh. Second on Jacob Hernandez.
Second
really?
on the team.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm even going to get on this one a little bit because I don't see that one. I saw it before on Jacob Hernandez's shot.
He got hit across the chest.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. This is Lucas Strain with the basketball over to Merchant. Down low, Green, baseline, too hard. Rolled it off his fingertips along the backside of the cylinder. Fought for on the rebound. Davis and D'Amico. Jump ball will be called. And it will stay with Woodstock. It will stay with Griswold, I should say. Coming in, Blanchflower, he replaces Zinchenko. 20-15, just a 5-point lead. 5.5 to play here in the third quarter.
And Woodstock's in a 2-3 in this baseline out of bounds.
Bounce pass inside to D'Amico. Talbot is
That's
on
a travel.
him, and it should be. Yes. He moved his foot. There was no question about that. So the travel violation goes back over to the Centaurs. Now the Centaurs have to develop a little bit of patience, if you ask me here. Don't take the first shot that shows, do you think? Or do you think it's not that?
No, and they're in the 1-3-1 right now.
Yeah. Hernandez with the basketball. I'm just seeing a lot of impatience out there. And not to say that Griswold isn't causing some of it. Davis goes in and he traveled, they say. Well, I hate to say it, but he also put his shoulder down. It could have been an offensive foul.
Absolutely.
There was certainly
and that would have
possibility.
been 3 on Davis.
Yeah, there was certainly that possibility. It may have been the best of outcomes on that one. Lucas Strain will bring it down the floor.
And he doesn't need to create that space. He can just leap over the Griswold defender.
Agree. Now that, come on.
Yeah.
How is that not? How is that not a backcourt infraction? Was the ball,
I can explain.
Wasn't the ball half? I saw the ball over too.
Not all three things were over.
There was one thing missing.
Right.
The back leg wasn't.
Right.
Okay.
So if you straddle the line, the ball, you bounce the ball in the front court, you can bring it back because not all three components.
As long as your back leg is
correct.
Okay.
If you have all three components across the line, then you can't go back.
I did see the back leg behind the line,
right.
and again, you look at that, and it's a little bit different than other rules because and I think in the NCAA you cannot do that.
No,
is it the same way all the way through? Okay.
Yep.
You have to have all three parts.
I don't know about the NBA, but I know it is in college and high school ball.
Okay, sounds good. Once in a while, those rules get by me too.
Right. And that's not one. I mean, people go absolutely mental when they see it.
It was close. I mean, even the back leg was close. But
right.
I will agree, it was behind the half-court line. And I think Molesky did a nice job of calling the timeout there because that was a problem he was seeing develop.
Right.
That could have easily become a backcourt violation. So they'll get the ball into Lucas Strain this time. He of the fluorescent green shoes. Lucas with that left hand goes over to Jacob Strain, goes to his left against Hernandez, back out Lucas Strain, back over to Jacob Strain. Jacob with that right hand, back out to Lucas Strain. This is Merchant. Jacob Strain against Hernandez, trying to find a pathway. Knocked away by Talbot. Talbot racing down the floor. Lucas Strain coming in from behind. Talbot gets the layup to go. Just the second basket of this third quarter for either team. 7-point lead again for the Centaurs.
And as you were saying, Mark, Woodstock's defense was not scoring offense. That needs to pick up for them to put this game away.
Absolutely. This is D'Amico over on the right side. Merchant along the baseline, kicks it to Lucas Strain. Back over to Merchant, has a little bit of a screen there, but he goes around it. Merchant gives it up to D'Amico. That was almost a travel. Over to Jacob Strain, baseline move, and he almost lost the handle on the basketball. Tosses it over to Lucas Strain. Lucas Strain tied up by Hernandez. They're going to call the foul. No, jump ball. Great job by Hernandez.
Yep.
I was afraid they might call a foul on that one.
Absolutely.
And I think the potential was there, but the jump ball does go to Woodstock Academy.
Mass break? Should be a mass break.
3:58, yeah, that's a mass break. We'll take one as well.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
Welcome back to Woodstock Academy. 22-15 in favor of the Centaurs over the Griswold Wolverines. A chance here to go up by 9. They've been up by 9 once before in this game, 18-9, and the Wolverines fought back.
Well, thank you very much for making me look good, Mark. My broadcast partner admitted that he set me up for that backcourt call, that he knew what it was.
But everybody doesn't know that call.
But he makes his color man look good. Thank you very much.
Not everybody knows that call.
Oh yeah, right.
And I looked at it and I said, I can have some fun with this one. And
there it
sometimes
is.
you do that.
Yep.
Sometimes you do that, because that way I knew you knew what it was going to be, and I was waiting for you to come up. If you hadn't done it, I would have said something. But you did exactly what I wanted you to do.
Thank you.
And we did not plan that ahead.
No, amazingly enough.
That was pretty good.
Planning.
We do not plan anything on this broadcast. Parker Anderson with the basketball goes over to Liam Blanchflower. He brings it over the timeline. Blanchflower, nice little pick there from Anderson. Back to Anderson for 3. No, front side rim rebound. Talbot comes down with it. 4.5 rebounds a game for Logan. Gets one there. Blanchflower in the corner. Stares in the eyes of Green and brings it back out to Talbot over on the right side.
This is a one. No, it's 51. This is the matchup zone.
Anderson tried to get it to Davis, but the ball was thrown out of bounds right off of Davis's hands. A little hard trying to get it into Ethan, who was also looking up. That might have been also a case where Ethan was looking at the basket more than the ball.
Parker found the open man, but the pass was whistled, and Ethan Davis just couldn't bring it in.
Wholesale substitutions. One thing that Molesky is doing, if you ever utilized a bench, Molesky is utilizing a bench tonight. He is bringing people in on almost every dead ball. Lucas Strain will bring the ball down the floor. With that left hand, brings it over to the right. Green gives him a screen. Green bounce pass on the give and go, and Green cannot get it to go. Rebound comes down to Johnson. Johnson
is getting mugged.
And a timeout will be called by Marty Hart. Yeah, he got mugged on that one. I'll agree with you there as well. 3:07 to play in the third quarter, 22-15, Woodstock Academy.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
7-point lead for Woodstock Academy, 3:07 to play here in the third quarter at the Alumni Fieldhouse.
Absolutely nothing easy about tonight's game.
It has been tough.
Yep. Every shot.
It's even kind of a tough game to call because there's no flow.
Right.
There is no flow to
every
this game.
pass is contested.
Yeah.
Every rebound is contested.
Johnson will take the basketball and give it over to Anderson, and we're going up the floor with it for the Centaurs. Chance to go up by 9 points here, which would match their biggest lead. Davis trying to lean in on Lucas Strain, goes to the baseline, kicks it back out to Talbot. Little wing over to Anderson. Davis pops out free. Jumper from short. He's going to hit those all the time.
Yes, he is. Nice mid-range.
Only the 6th point in this whole quarter. 24-15, and all 6 have been by the Centaurs. With the basketball is Merchant over on the right side. Merchant brings it around with the left hand to the free throw line, dishes down, gives it to Lucas Strain, back over to Merchant. This is D'Amico. D'Amico bounce pass, stolen away by Ethan Davis. Quick hands in, almost traveled, picked it back up, got his move. Oh, a nice little finger roll on the layup. Ethan Davis owning this third quarter right now, and a timeout called by Rob Molesky, because one thing Rob Molesky knows.
Stop runs.
Because you don't have a team that's really capable of scoring a lot of points.
Not the way Woodstock's playing defense tonight.
That's true. And you can keep it, if you can keep it within that less than double digits, you have a chance.
Right.
Once it gets up into these double-digit ranges, which we're up to now, it can be problematic.
It can become dangerous. And every time, this is just going to fire up Woodstock. They're going to play defense incredibly on this next set. So Griswold better be ready.
26-15 with 2:16 to go, an 8-0 run here in the third quarter. Very reminiscent of what the Centaurs did to Plainfield in the second quarter on Wednesday, when they limited the Panthers to 15% shooting from the floor. And I think their first basket came in the final 2 minutes of the quarter, if I am correct. And I think they finished with only 3 points in that quarter. So from that point of view, it was a big lead for the Centaurs at the break. This one, they'd like to have a big lead at the end of 3 because they did not have a big lead at the half.
And absolutely get after it on this defensive set. I see Coach Hart maybe switching up the defense because Molesky's preparing for that man.
That man, or then they will. They'll go,
man.
Yeah, it is man. Yep. I thought it was going to be a 1-3-1 for a look for a moment, but it is man. Because Talbot's way out on top right now. Davis will pick up Strain. They give it over to Jacob Strain over on the right side. Left side is Merchant. Merchant will bring it back top of the key. This is D'Amico into the corner, looking for Jacob Strain, who pops it back towards the middle of the right side. On a little toss over the top to Lucas Strain over the top of Ethan Davis for the basket. First basket of the quarter for Griswold.
Good backdoor cut.
26-17 in favor of the Centaurs. This is Logan Talbot. Talbot over to Andrew Johnson, knocked away, but a foul underneath by Green. That will be his second.
Could be on 11.
In. I think it was Green. It was.
And it is.
Talbot's only got one basket tonight, right?
Right.
Wow.
No, two.
Okay, I'm sorry.
2. A 3-pointer in the second quarter and a breakaway.
That's right, the breakaway. I forgot the breakaway. I remembered the 3. Johnson to the free throw line. And his first attempt is rolls right in off that front side rim.
That's a shooter's roll right there, Mark.
Yes. That little forward roll that you want to see.
And that's why, anybody watching, that's why you put the backspin on the ball. You want backspin on the ball so it does exactly that.
Johnson gets one more attempt here. Christian Russell back into the ball game for the Wolverines. Johnson second. How about one that doesn't touch the rim?
It doesn't touch anything till the floor.
That's true. Makes both of them 28-17 in favor of the Centaurs. More changes for Griswold. So what's new? That's coming in as Kyle Rude back into the basketball game. Lucas Strain will bring the ball down the floor. Over to Jacob Strain over on that right side. This is Russell against Blanchflower.
I'm thinking Dmitry Zimchenko is going to do something big in the next couple of minutes. He's been well rested in this second half.
Over in that right corner, this is Jacob Strain. Left side is Russell. Blanchflower does a nice job of shutting that down. Back out to Lucas Strain. Strain with that right-hand dribble drives the lane over the top of Zinchenko, and it went out of bounds back over to the Centaurs. No call, no foul, just a missed shot.
Yep.
Well, the fouls have been interesting in this game. Let's leave it
at 2-1 this quarter.
Yeah, let's leave it at that. They've been interesting. With the ball is Talbot. Up ahead, Zinchenko. Zinchenko back down to Davis on the pass from Blanchflower. Blanchflower saw Davis coming and just got it to him.
Great when your bigs pass that well, Mark.
7 assists a game for Liam Blanchflower. That one was pretty.
Yep.
Or 7 assists on the season, I should say, not per game. 7 assists on the season. And a foul, that one will go, I think, was it on Johnson?
No.
Well, that's what he was holding his head. And Johnson, I think, just picked up his 4th.
Yeah, he did.
So Hernandez will come back into the ball game for Talbot. Alex Jukes is going to come in for Johnson, as he just picked up his 4th infraction. A 13-point lead. I don't think you see Mr. Johnson back into the ball game until like 3 or 4 minutes are left.
Right.
That would be my thought process as we move into the fourth quarter.
And Molesky's still sending guys over the boards.
33, line changes.
Yep.
33 seconds left to go here in the third. They will dribble it out up on top.
Get a count, Dime. Get close enough to get a count.
This is Lucas Strain with the basketball. Over to Christian Russell. Back over to Jacob Strain. D'Amico 10 seconds left on the clock. The last time they tried this, they didn't work out so well for the Wolverines. Lucas Strain with that left-hand dribble back over to Russell. 1 second left, not the shot he wanted. Didn't go down.
That was good defense, Mark.
Yes, it was. And we've played 3 quarters of basketball with the score 30-17 in favor of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs over the Griswold Wolverines.
Being a teenager is tough. There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do Connecticut's teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Yeah! Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message presented by the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference and the Connecticut Association of Athletic Directors.
Kind of a nice third quarter for Ethan Davis. 8 points in a 12-2 quarter for the Centaurs. They lead it 30-17.
The defense is what impressed me the most, and Johnson's out there with 4 fouls.
Jacob Strain with the basketball. 3-pointer here, no good. Rebound, it comes down to Ethan Davis. He'll bring it up the left side. That's what you call having confidence, as the ball was last touched by Griswold to remain with Woodstock. That's having confidence in a senior.
Right, absolutely.
You hope that it pays off, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
It could backfire. That's the only problem. It's a chancy thing.
I would guess that there was a conversation. You don't want to foul out of your senior night.
Nope. Talbot to Johnson. Johnson has 3 players collapse on him, trying to get the ball out of there. Gets it back himself along the baseline. Back out to Davis. Davis looked down low to Johnson. Gives it up to Zinchenko. Blocked by Green. Picked up by Johnson, and a foul underneath will go against the Wolverines. I think it's Lucas Strain.
Yeah, it is.
And that will be Johnson to the free throw line. Strain will pick up his third foul.
10.
Is it 10?
Yeah.
Okay, D'Amico picks up his second.
And that's only the second on the Wolverines.
But a shooting foul as Johnson was going back up with it. Johnson's been to the free throw line a few times today. Hits the first.
And that's because he goes after offensive rebounds. He is a vacuum cleaner on those boards.
14-point lead for the Centaurs, gaining a little bit of breathing room here as we go along. But it's been hard fought to get that breathing room. Second one is up and good. 32-17, 15-point lead for Woodstock Academy. Lucas
6 for
Strain.
7 on the night for Andrew Johnson from the charity stripe.
And I should be surprised by that? No. 3-pointer is up and good for Merchant.
His second 3 of the game.
Back to a 12-point advantage, 32-20. They always have that little 3-pointer lined up, it seems. Kind of gets them back a little bit, although they're still 12-point back in this case. Johnson threw it into the middle, was knocked away by D'Amico. Out of bounds. Is he going to? Okay, it'll stay. There was almost a push in the back by Ethan Davis. And I was waiting to see if they were going to get him as D'Amico is trying to track that down.
It got me to grimace.
Oh, yeah, that was close. I thought, because he did look at it, and then he just called the out of bounds. Zinchenko back to Johnson. Johnson, just a missed shot there. They tie it up, and a jump ball called. Johnson's playing a little out of control with 4 fouls. Maybe, he's being so aggressive right now. The jump ball stays with the Centaurs.
And that's the beauty of his game.
Yeah, he's just so aggressive.
Right.
But you worry.
Yeah.
You do worry. It's got me nervous. Doesn't have anybody else nervous. I'm nervous about it. That ball was knocked away on the inbounds pass. Zinchenko picked it up. This is Davis. Davis driving through, puts it up short. Rebound Johnson fighting for it again. And another jump ball, this time to Griswold. So it'll be Wolverines basketball underneath. As Lucas Strain will bring it down the floor against Logan Talbot. Gives it up to his brother. Jacob goes over to Merchant, back to Lucas. Steps out behind the arc and buries another one. Here they come.
That's going to keep them in the game, Mark.
9 points now away, 32-23. A couple of three-pointers in a row for the Wolverines. This is Johnson, just inside the arc, goes to the elbow, buries the J.
Guy, shot so pretty, Mark.
It is nice. 34-23, soft is a good word for it, I guess.
Like church music.
Yeah. Jacob Strain to Lucas Strain. Merchant to Miko. Ooh, almost moved.
Moving on the screen.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Rude just kind of had to hit Davis on that screen, and you're right, he was moving in the process. Might have been another one right there. This is Lucas Strain driving in, blocked on the play by Ethan Davis. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Wolverines.
And
Ethan Davis got that one.
That got the Woodstock bench up and jumping.
Yeah, I'd say it might a little bit of excitement over there.
That was a pretty block.
So taking it out will be the Wolverines. And that ball taken away by whom? The Centaurs. Davis up ahead. Parker Anderson on the run. And what is it going to be? Yeah,
my
he did.
God.
Parker Anderson on the foul. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. That's that block charge. Tough call. I'll agree with that. But I think you're right on this one as well. It was close. I'll give it that.
You're a more generous man
yes,
than
I am more generous.
The Griswold defender was leaning the whole way.
Okay.
That was a blocking foul.
There you go. Lucas Strain with the basketball. That's why I'm the play-by-play guy and you're the color guy, right?
Yeah.
Foul as Lucas Strain went in. Another blocking call.
That'll be on Zemchenko.
Yep.
His first. Team's fifth.
And he'll send Lucas Strain to the free throw line. 6-foot sophomore guard for the Wolverines. Chance to cut it down back again to 9 anyway. And Lucas's first free throw is up and good. One more attempt here. You may actually make the UConn-Creighton game. I'm looking, it's only 8-17. You might actually make it there, Greg.
Well, it doesn't actually, it never starts.
No, it never starts at 9
time.
o'clock. They got to talk for 15 minutes first, so you got some time. Second free throw, rimmed in and out. Rebound comes down to Davis. With it is Parker Anderson.
1-3-1.
When I was in print media, I used to hate electronic media for their talking. Ball stolen away by Michael Strain. Up ahead to his brother Lucas, and Lucas puts it down.
Timeout, Woodstock.
For good reason. 34-26 now in favor of the Centaurs. Back to an 8-point lead. Timeout on the floor.
This Lenten season, give up that so-called fish in your freezer. Instead, come to Grill 37 and enjoy fresh, hand-battered fish and chips. Join us every Friday evening from 4 to 6 from February 19th through the month of March for our Friday Fish and Chip Special. For only $12.99, you'll enjoy an amazing plate of wild-caught cod with fries, homemade coleslaw, and tartar sauce. Reserve your table today by calling Grill 37 at 860-315-5640 or enjoy at home by ordering to go. Check us out at grill37.com.
Well, the Wolverines have scored 9 of the first 13 points here in this fourth quarter. So that's indeed, remember what we have talked about. If there was one thing that, maybe the Centaurs would like to do better, at least in my mind that they like to do better, is finish a basketball game.
Right.
And this
finish as well as they start.
Exactly, because this is where they seem to have the issues, is right around that, 7, 6, 5, 4-minute mark of that fourth quarter.
Right.
And, you got to put these opponents away, and now's the time to do it.
Absolutely. And if you're Woodstock, they're in that 1-3-1. And after stealing the ball that last time, they're going to come back out in it again. You can't lob passes against a 1-3-1.
Nope.
You have to be crisp. You have to ball fake, and it looks like they're going to come out. Griswold's
going to
press.
Well, maybe not. They're going to pull it back to at least.
Strain
No, they're going to pull it
out.
all the way back. Anderson will bring it down the floor for the Centaurs. They meet them just inside half court. Anderson over to Logan Talbot, had the ball tipped. Talbot gets it to Blanchflower, tried to get it to Davis, knocked away by Lucas Strain, and does a great job out of bounds, hitting it off of Davis, back over to the Wolverines.
That was a very good call.
Yep. Great job, great hustle by Lucas Strain.
Yep.
As he was out of bounds when he got there, but it got it up in the air and able to hit it right off of Davis. throw it off of Davis, probably a better way of putting it. Christian Russell back into the game for the Wolverines. He will replace D'Amico as, like you say, they keep coming over the boards. Yep. Lucas Strain with a basketball for the Wolverines. This is Merchant to Jacob Strain. Russell to Lucas Strain. Merchant goes around Anderson, puts up the runner over Davis. It's no good. Rebound, Russell is there to pick it up. Lucas Strain thought about a three, loses his balance, gives it back to Merchant. This is Jacob Strain left side for three, front side rim. Rebound, Logan Talbot coming out of that far corner, races it down the floor, goes around, pulls it up because Lucas Strain did a nice job of stopping that drive. Ethan Davis over to Parker Anderson, down the lane, Zinchenko to Davis, underneath, back to Zinchenko, threw it into the land of the Smalls. Not a good place to be, picked up by the Wolverines. It was Merchant who picked that basketball up and gave it over to Lucas Strain. This is Jacob Strain with the basketball against Davis. Back out to Lucas, 3:55 to play, 8-point lead for the Centaurs. With that right-hand dribble. Goes back over to left side, keeping it inside the logo. Just over to Strain. Now knocked away by Logan Talbot. Picked up again by Lucas Strain. Reverse layup, fouled on the play by Zinchenko.
Should be on the floor.
Second one on Zinchenko. They're going to go to the free throw line, and it is to the free throw line we go. Wouldn't matter anyway because it is the seventh foul, I do believe.
1-1.
Yep, but that's the two-shot foul.
Right.
Two-shot variety. I think that's the seventh foul on the Centaurs. I may be wrong.
No, sixth.
Sixth? Okay. My bad. I thought it was six before. Lucas Strain at the free throw line misses the first. And here we go again. Michael Strain back into the game, replaces Tyler Green. Johnson comes back in, replacing Zinchenko, who's picked up a couple of quick fouls. Lucas Strain, one more attempt here. Chance to cut it to 7. And his free throw is good. Have we had a mask break yet? They may have forgotten. 34-27 in favor of the Centaurs. This is Johnson to Anderson. Anderson to Talbot from 3.
Boom.
Got it! Logan Talbot from 3.
That's got to take the wind out of some sails.
Double digits again, 37-27, Woodstock Academy. Lucas Strain knocked away. And a reach-in foul, they're going to say. And it will be on Talbot, I think, yes. That'll be the first on Logan.
And the 7th on the team.
To the free throw line goes Lucas Strain with a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Yep. And this is what you want if you're Coach Molesky. You want to score with the clock not running.
Absolutely. Lucas Strain hits his first. And now they're going to call the mask break. The thing I thought they were going to take before. 3:19 left to go in the ball game.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org. Or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
You know, I was just thinking, usually by now we have a star of the game in our brains. I don't have one. I've got one who I'm thinking of.
Davis.
He's one. The other one I really think, and it's probably because of just how hard he's played, he's been very good at the free throw line as well, Andrew Johnson.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Johnson right now is Davis did do it in the third quarter, there's no question, but I think Johnson throughout has been a pretty steady player for them.
Johnson missed his first free throw and then has made his last 6.
Yeah.
And
it has nothing to do with
3 baskets.
I think between the two of them, they're playing extremely hard basketball out there between Davis and Johnson.
Well,
I think they're trying to see who can play harder.
Right on senior night, you got everybody who's hit the floor has played hard.
Yes.
I really like the way the defense that this team has been playing tonight.
And they've been able to, I guess you could use the word outlast Griswold, in manner of speaking, because of the fact Griswold has really tested the mettle as far as just the patience.
Right.
And as far as just, trying to frustrate the Centaurs. And so far, they've been able to weather that storm.
My goal was always to hold an opposing team to 50 points in a game. Right now, Griswold's at 28.
And Lucas Strain misses the second when they forgot that it was the backside end of the 1-and-1. Merchant from 3 is no good. Johnson on the rebound. They forgot that there was one taken already. because of that mask timeout. Blanchflower along the baseline, and a foul will be on Jacob Strain, I think. There was somebody on the other side, too, who I could not pick up.
11.
And it is Jacob Strain, his third. So to the free throw line will go Liam Blanchflower.
Now, that's only the team's third. If we get down much lower, they're going to have to foul to put WA on the line.
Blanchflower's first is good.
He's 3 for 3 from the line on the evening.
Well, you got to do 3 fouls just to get there.
Right.
Just to get to that fourth one and the 1-and-1, and to put him on the line. So one more here for Blanchflower. It's good.
Soft.
So a 38-28 lead for the Centaurs. With the basketball, Lucas Strain over to Jacob Strain. Inside, Tyler Green. Green spins to his left, blocked, and a foul on Davis. That'll be the third on Ethan.
He was on the ball.
And it will be to the free throw line, Tyler Green. What did we say about Griswold wanting to be on the free throw line?
Right.
Shooting, able to score without the clock running?
Green on the night is 2 for 3.
His first is no good. One more attempt here for the big guy. It was interesting, too, and maybe after this free throw, Green misses a second, how you were saying the goal is to keep a team under 50 points. Well, Molesky's team so far has done that, too.
Yes.
With the runner is Lucas Strain, and he gets it to fall.
He's keeping them in this, Mark.
Yes, he is. 39-30 in favor of the Centaurs.
10 points this quarter for Strain.
Parker Anderson. Left side is Logan Talbot from 3. That might have been the dagger.
Yep.
That might have been it right there. 42-30 in favor of the Centaurs.
And then there's the defense that Talbot's playing.
He is. Runner for Strain is no good. Knocked in, back up onto the boards. Fought for, and a foul underneath might be on Green. That's who they pointed at. That would be the third on Tyler Green. No, they're going to say it's on Woodstock.
What?
Yeah, Green is at the free throw line. It might have been Ethan Davis then. And indeed it is, his third.
Wow.
That's his third? You got 3 or 4?
That would be 4 if that was on Davis.
That's what I got too. I'm lost. But they pointed at Davis.
Wow.
And I'm assuming that's probably, I don't know, unless they moved a foul somewhere. They have him for 3 on the board. We'll live with that, that's for sure. And Green to the free throw line. His first one is up and no good. Rebound comes down to Jacob Hernandez, who's into the ball game.
Back up.
Hernandez gets it over to Liam Blanchflower. Blanchflower brings it down. A little behind
no
the
rush.
Side
no rush.
pass. This is Johnson. Davis goes around to D'Amico. Back out to Blanchflower. Blanchflower baseline now. He's going to have to pull it back out as he's stopped. Into the corner is Logan Talbot. Back out to Johnson from 3. No. Rebound. Davis skies for it. Back up. No good. Rebound Green. Minute 40 left to go in the game.
That was a nice set, even though he didn't come away with any points.
Lucas Strain. Well, you got a 12-point lead with a minute 33 to play. And Griswold has only scored 30 points in total. Inside, though, the basket is good for Tyler Green. 42-32. Talbot to Hernandez. Hernandez brings it around that left side, back out to Johnson. Goes through that double team, and a foul on a reach-in by Strain.
His third.
The nice thing about it is I could have called Strain, and it wouldn't have mattered either way because I would have been right.
Right.
That's why you don't say Jacob or Lucas. Fouls on Lucas Strain. So it will be Woodstock Academy basketball, just the 4th team foul on the Wolverines. Talbot gets trapped, but he gets it over to Johnson. Johnson goes through the double team. Over in that corner is Blanchflower. Did he step on? No, it's going to be a foul
fouled
on that sideline. Russell this time maybe, number 23. Yep.
44.
44, that's Green. That's his third.
And 5th on the team,
yep.
So
Couple more to go before they can get to the free throw line, but there's only 1:03 to play. This was just about Katie by the door, if there ever was one, but Johnson threw that one to Anderson, who tries to save it and cannot, as the ball went onto the sideline.
And there'll be baseline inbounds for Griswold.
Yep. Back the other way. No time ran off the clock because it never really came in bounds.
Now this ISO play is going to be a high screen for Strand and let him go to the basket.
Lucas Strain. Down low, baseline jumper, no good. Front side ram rebound comes down to Johnson. There's Parker Anderson back over to Johnson. Will they call off the dogs is the question. And a foul up top on Lucas Strain, or yes, on Lucas Strain, his fourth. 41 seconds to go, and that is the sixth foul on the Wolverines, so still no shooting foul here. But 40 seconds and a 10-point lead.
It's possible.
But not probable.
You better be a much better three-point shooting team.
Yeah, I don't think you can do it in this case here. This is Anderson with the basketball. Anderson just trying to waste some clock right now. Anderson fouled on the play.
Should be number 11.
And that would be Merchant. Merchant's second, if it is indeed him. It is. Second on Evan Merchant. And to the free throw line goes Parker Anderson. Parker in the season doesn't get to the free throw line often, but when he does, he hits them.
Yeah.
4 for 5, 80% on the season. 1-and-1 opportunity here. Regular season just about to come to a close for the Centaurs, but it's far from over the season as a whole. Anderson's free throw is good.
Woodstock on the night, 2, 4, 6,
2,
8,
4, 6,
10,
8. Who do
12.
we appreciate?
They are 12 for 13 from the line.
Wow. Well, 12 for 14. You jinxed it this time. How come every time you do that, it's an absolute jinx? 43-32. Griswold basketball, 32 seconds showing on the clock. Token pressure by Hernandez just to bother him a little bit.
And so they can't roll the ball in.
Right. Lucas Strain.
Just don't foul at this point.
Jacob Strain. Three-pointer is up and good. Jacob Strain puts it down. Might be a timeout on the floor. It is a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 43-35 Centaurs.
This Lenten season, give up that so-called fish in your freezer. Instead, come to Grill 37 and enjoy fresh, hand-battered fish and chips. Join us every Friday evening from 4 to 6 from February 19th through the month of March for our Friday Fish and Chip Special. For only $12.99, you'll enjoy an amazing plate of wild-caught cod with fries, homemade coleslaw, and tartar sauce. Reserve your table today by calling Grill 37 at 860-315-5640 or enjoy at home by ordering to go. Check us out at grill37.com.
So is this deja vu all over again? Because last year the final score, 42-35.
Right.
So, I think if you told Rob Molesky you'd lose 43-35, he would say, well, we would have played well.
Yeah.
We must have played well,
yeah,
given that score.
And they did.
Yeah.
They did play well. They executed their game plan, and hats off to Griswold.
Yes.
They did whatever was necessary to take Woodstock into the fourth quarter.
Right, and they got it into the fourth quarter.
Right.
Unfortunate if you're a Griswold fan that they can't carry it through there. If you're a Centaur fan, good thing they didn't.
Right.
Centaurs will walk out of here as the ECC North Region champs with an 8-1 record. They'll do that little pass along the baseline on the inbounds, getting for the home run pass up the court to Andrew Johnson. Johnson has two players on him and a foul called. We'll send him back to the free throw line.
And it is legal. They didn't.
No, it's very legal.
The players on Griswold didn't like it, but that is a legal inbounds play.
They do that often,
yes.
And as long as that person is situated and does not move,
right.
is not moving when he's over there.
You can't move either feet once you catch that ball on the baseline.
As long as you do that, you're okay,
right.
And that's what they did. So Johnson to the free throw line after the foul by Russell. And Johnson's free throw, first one is up and good. One more attempt. Well, who's our star of the game? Zinchenko checks back into the ballgame, by the way. So does Alex Jukes.
7 for 8 from the line so far tonight for Andrew Johnson.
Richie Hickson back in the ballgame for the Centaurs, as now there's wholesale changes on both sides.
Alex Jukes as well, so that these seniors are going to end the night.
Yep. I like Johnson. What do you think? Can you live with that one?
Oh, I can.
You can live with that one, okay.
I gotta make one more push for Davis.
I like Davis too.
When the game was on the line, he came in and scored.
The only
8
reason
points
why
in
it
that
is
third
senior
quarter.
night. It is senior night.
Good call.
It's the only reason why.
No, good call.
I like Davis as well, but Andrew Johnson has played a heck of a game too, and it is senior night. Underneath, and the basket is good for Evan Merchant, and that should end it unless a foul or something is called here. Alex Jukes picks it up, gives it over to Hernandez, and that'll be it. The final score of 45-37 in favor of Woodstock Academy over the Griswold Wolverines. Our star of the game, I don't care if you bring over Ethan as well. That's up to you if you want to bring them both over.
8 for 9 from the line for Andrew Johnson.
Bring
Amazing.
over Andrew Johnson. He's certainly worthwhile of a star of the game here. 45-37 Centaurs defeat Griswold tonight. They win the Eastern Connecticut Conference Region North Tournament regular season title and have an 8-1 record. Back with more from the Alumni Fieldhouse in just a moment.
We saved you a seat. The Woodstock Academy has received a generous gift to replace the seats in our new Center for the Arts on South Campus. We're now selling individual seats to raise money for additional improvements throughout the center, and funds from purchased seats will go directly to this effort. Seats are $200 each and can be purchased in groups, making them a nice option for a family or as gifts. Each seat has the opportunity for custom recognition that will be displayed in the armrest. Seats can be purchased online at www.woodstockacademy.org/save-a-seat. That's www.woodstockacademy.org/save-a-seat. Each gift is tax deductible, and seats can be dedicated as an individual, couple, or family, for your children, grandchildren, or parents, in memory of a loved one, with the name of your business, organization, or community group, or one of many other options. If you have questions, please contact me, John Sturdivant, at 860-928-6575, extension 1211.
Fresh. That's the thought that goes into everything that Grill 37 serves. Grill 37 takes pride in every step of bringing a delicious meal to your dinner plate. All steaks are certified Angus beef, hand-cut in-house. Grill 37 takes the time to make all of its soups, stocks, sauces, and dressings by hand. Nothing comes from a can, and it's a difference you can taste. It's Grill 37, 37 Putnam Road in Pomfret. For reservations, call 860-315-5640.
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. Our final, once again, 45-37 in favor of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Star of the game today, for the second time in 3 games, Andrew Johnson joining us here in our post game. And Andrew, just talk about this win, how important as a senior night, winning the ECC North region, how big for you guys?
It's big. You know, every time we play Griswold, you know, they always catch us off guard every year. You know, we had some pretty stupid plays on my part as well. I'm just really happy we came through with the win.
Griswold has a way of frustrating teams,
yes,
and I think they did that to you guys.
Yes. Oh, definitely. You know, they got a pretty big guy in there. You know, they got tough guards that are young. And, you know, I'm just happy I'm playing with this team and we can pull it through.
How much are you going to miss playing with this team?
A lot. You know, words can't express, you know, what I'll miss not being here, you know, playing with them.
You know, just as far as, last time against Plainfield, you guys came out tough, hot, ready to roll.
Yep.
But does Griswold just have that ability just to, you know, they seemed like every time you guys were starting to roll, they came up with something that knocked you down a little bit.
You know, it's funny. Every single year since I was a freshman that I played Griswold, they always catch us off guard, you know, when you think you're going and then all of a sudden you look at the scoreboard and it's a close game, or they're up, or they're playing tough defense. So it's always a fun game playing Griswold. Yeah.
Did you, when you had those 4 fouls in the third quarter, did you say to Coach, I want to be out there in the fourth?
I do. You know, I want to be out there all the time. You know, I got a little too aggressive. You know, senior night.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to go out there and play. You know, and I had to back off even though I didn't want to sometimes. But I appreciate Coach for letting me keep playing, even though I did have 4 fouls.
8-1 on the season. Did you guys anticipate that coming in?
It's hard. I'm happy we're playing. I wish we were playing a little bit, more tougher comp, like NFA, Ledyard, all those teams, But I couldn't be more happy just to be out here to play,
Sounds great to me, Andrew. Thank you very much for joining us here in our postgame. Marty Hart, the head coach of the Centaurs, coming around after the 45-37 win for the Centaurs over the Wolverines. And this was a tough one. This was not easy.
No, I mean, by all means, I got to give it to them. They really frustrated us with their deliberate level of play and, put us out of our comfort zone and did some things that were silly, unnecessary, and then we sped up when we shouldn't have and we slowed down when we shouldn't have. So we got the win, and I guess I'd rather win ugly than lose pretty.
Well, it was at one point 18-9, and you guys looking like you were starting on a roll. They come up and put down 2 3-pointers, make it 18-15 at the half again. It seemed like every time that roll was there, on the precipice of that roll, Griswold came up with something to just stop it.
Right, I got to credit them. I mean, that's what you do. You grit it out, and you work for the shot you want, and you knock it down. So we discussed who was doing that, and we tried to make the adjustments, be a little tighter on the ball with pressure, and a little looser off the ball. I think we needed to really make that switch from on-the-ball defense to off-the-ball defense quicker and not be getting caught in that middle ground, because that's what their offense is designed to do.
It was 18-15 at the half. Talk about Ethan Davis's contribution there in the third quarter.
Well, yeah, I'm glad he went to the phone booth and went from Clark Kent to Superman. We needed that for the second half, and he came through for us. He always does, and we're thrilled to have him.
And Andrew Johnson, he always plays tough. There's no question about that. May not have had his best game tonight, but he never gave up.
Man, his energy, he just had so much energy, and, each time he came out, it was just to, catch a break and recompose and go out there. I mean,
8 for 9 from the line,
yeah.
Coach.
Yeah, and a heck of a kid. He's a machine at the line, which is fantastic. When he goes to the line, I just start to game plan for what do I do after these 2 shots go in, and it's a very comforting position to be in, to see him go to the line.
Were you concerned at all when he had those 4 fouls? Did you think about putting him on the bench in the fourth quarter to start?
I did, but I'd hate to have him sitting on the bench when he can be in the game, and if the whistle blows and he has to come sit, then I can deal with that. But I don't think I could have lived with knowing he was on the bench when he could have been in the game.
Trust your seniors. Trust your seniors.
8-1 on the season, ECC North champs, number 1 in the tournament as far as seed is concerned. Did you expect it going in?
Well, we knew that we had a good bunch. We knew that we had a lot to learn, and I think we've done that. In terms of what we want to do, we want to play strong, smart, and together. Tonight we were strong and together. Smart, we could improve on tonight. We didn't make the best choices we could, but if we can play to our strengths, we're a very tough team to beat.
And now you get a little rest for a while. About a week off is what it comes down to. Thank you very much, Marty. Congratulations.
Thanks, Coach. Good
Marty
luck.
Hart, the head coach of the Woodstock Academy
night.
Centaurs.
Well done.
I know someone here wants to get to the UConn game, so how about some final stats, and then we'll go bye-bye.
Well, I've got them.
Okay.
So here we go. As you guys watch the senior night activities, well, we got to get the camera over there.
Well, we don't know how to do that.
4 for Griswold. Lucas Strain had 14 points to lead the team. Jacob Strain had 6. Tommy Madsen had 3. Evan Merchant had 8. And Tyler Green had 6. That's 37 points. For Woodstock Academy and Coach Marty Hart, Logan Talbot had 11. Andrew Johnson had 14. Ethan Davis had 11. Liam Blanchflower, 4 for 4 from the line. Parker Anderson had 1. And Dmitry Zimchenko, 45 points for Woodstock.
45-37, your final here. I'd like to remind you, of course, the prep basketball team plays tomorrow. Live stream tomorrow, but no play-by-play. It'll be on the Woodstock Academy YouTube channel. Woodstock Academy against St. George's. With the gold, the blue will play at Bridgeport Prep. On Sunday at 12 and 2, the gold plays Darrow School, and the blue plays Bridgeport Prep here. Again, live stream, no play-by-play. Our next broadcast, likely next Friday, ECC quarterfinals here from Woodstock Academy. For Greg Smith, I'm Mark Allard. Final score, Woodstock Academy finishes the season with an 8-1 record with a 45-37 win